Hey folks, welcome back to Mr. Biggs Top Scares. These home invasion stories, they're going to rock your world. The end, the last story is where it's all at. I literally almost wasn't going to tell this story because of how hard it hit me. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And if nothing else, listen to this last story. It is horrendous. Hey folks, let me tell you right now, no matter where you live, you're not safe. I, like a lot of people, live on the outskirts of town. I had always figured I was too far out to have to worry about break-ins or theft or any of that other junk. But it turns out that ain't true. So, it was summertime. In summertime, the days are long, allowed for extra hours on the farm. And as usual, we ate supper, my family and I. We watched a movie, and we went to bed. At that point, everything was normal. Until I was awakened by the scream of my youngest boy. His room is right across the hall from ours. And yeah, I grabbed my gun and headed towards the kid's room. I was met in the hallway, face to face, with what I would call a zombie. I don't know how else to explain it. Well, I do now, but at the time I didn't. I felt a sharp, piercing pain in my left arm, and at that point my Springfield rang out and done its job. My family is safe. The cops later told me that this guy was a known drug user and had also broken into my neighbor's house earlier this evening. This guy was spun out of his mind and had no issues walking the 8 miles to my neighbor's house and mine. Don't think you're safe just because you live out of town. This guy was so spun, he didn't know what he wanted. All he knew is he needed to get some more money for his next fix. It's been 4 years and all is well, except for the fact that every night I am awoken by the scream of my boy. No, it's in my head. It's not him screaming. But wakes me up every night. I went through a horrendous trial to verify that I was justified in killing this crackhead. It turns out I was. My stitches, my stab wound healed up fine. My boy sleeps sound every night, as does my wife. But I'll tell you right now, please pay attention. Just because you live on the outskirts of town, or in the middle of nowhere for that matter, there is always a possibility that somebody, not knowing what they're doing, is going to show up at your house. In this case, I was able to defend it. But can you imagine what happened if I couldn't? Yeah, hey, pay attention and stay safe. Thanks for listening to my personal story. The next two are pretty good. They're both from readers and subscribers. Yeah. I can't wait to tell them. See you in the next story. Please like and subscribe. Mr. Biggs Top Scares. Okay folks, let me tell you right now, this comes from a subscriber and it opened my eyes in so many ways. Right, we all have exes. This was a family member of Bruce. that submitted this story. And yes, it ends in death. It's not pretty. What would you do if someone broke into your home while you're sleeping? Well, if you're like most of us, you have some sort of weapon near your bed. I personally have a Springfield. Many others, a bat. This story opened my eyes in so many ways I can't even begin to tell you. We all have exes, and not all of it has been smooth. It was roughly 3 a.m. when Bruce's dog barked. Bruce told his dog to go outside and do his business. And this is just what his dog done. Bruce rolled over and began to fall back asleep. What Bruce didn't know is that when the dog barked, an intruder had just broken into his home. The dog went out back, through the doggy door just like he was told. Never seen the intruder. In this instant, it wouldn't have mattered. Now, Bruce's first line of defense just went out the back door. The intruder wasn't there for money, or trinkets, or anything valuable. She was there for Bruce. You see, this was Bruce's ex, and she knew everything about Bruce and his habits. This is how she was able to sneak up right to the edge of his bed with Bruce snoring, thinking nothing was wrong. There's no easy way to say it. She attacked with a buck knife, and the first blow that was all that was needed. Okay? She stabbed Bruce over 30 times. The first one cut his vein on his neck. His upper body was riddled with stab wounds. Surprisingly enough, the dog came in, but never attacked. Why? Because the dog knew her. So when the police showed up, she was sitting on the front porch, petting Bruce's dog, covered in blood, with Bruce lying in his bed. Everything went right? She was found guilty. She's sentenced to death. She's on death row. Hopefully she gets the chair. I don't understand why exes have to be so stringent. Life goes on. Please, by all means, if you're an ex and you're thinking about horrifying stuff, trust me, you can do better. Even my exes can do better than me. Okay? I get it. But I promise you, you can do better. Do not murder somebody because of a breakup. Don't destroy their stuff. Just move on. Please like and subscribe. Mr. Biggs, Top Scares. Okay, folks. Let's get serious. This story makes me sick on so many levels it's not even funny. I don't even know how YouTube is going to respond to this story. Okay? Literally, I almost decided not to even tell it. This was submitted from a friend of a friend who is a subscriber. They felt it was necessary to put this information out there. This is the kind of stuff that is happening in our world. Okay? Let me tell you right now, I have a strong reserve when it comes to kids. The youth should never, ever be put in harm's way or put in a predicament where harm could come to them. I'm the same way with my dogs. This is just silly. Okay? Please, 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 please pay attention. Protect your family. This story was of the Album family. The Albums were a very normal family that lived in a little town in Arizona. This is not a rich town. They're usually quiet, to my understanding. One day, Mr. Album arrived home from work to find his wife and 3 girls tied in chairs in the kitchen and several men with guns guarding them. It is thought that the cartel wanted to use the house as a safe house for drugs, money, and whatever else. Okay, this is set right on the border. And yeah, you're always subject to this kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm hesitating on even telling this. At this point, the thing that was going on, it was going to happen one way or another. Mr. Album done what any of us would do and went along with it. He told them whatever they wanted to hear. It wasn't long before several more men showed up with duffel bags. Folks, hold on, because this is sick. I'm struggling telling this story. After making the girls cook dinner, the men each took a girl to a different bedroom in the house, while the other 3 stood guard over Mr. Album. The girls all shot up with heroin, which was determined to cause 2 of them to die instantly. The others were awake for what came next. Mr. Album was taken to each room to watch as his girls died, whether it be of drug overdose or the men guarding them finishing what they were doing and slashing their throats. This is a horrific scene, and it makes me want to puke. The scene was discovered only when a neighbor reported a dead smell coming from the house. The video of everything that took place in Album's house was found in a raid on another safe house that was used to show people what would happen if they didn't cooperate. Okay, get it, right? This makes me sick. It should make you sick too. There is no part of this that is the American way. Come over here, learn English, do whatever you need to do. Okay, so them stories suck to tell. But brings up a good point. Be prepared. You never know what's going to happen. You can't trust anybody these days. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Not the funnest stories to tell, but there they are. Let me know in the comments what you think. if you want more stories like this, or you know, what you guys want to hear. Anyways, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.